And good evening and welcome to another edition of Ralph's Opinion. My ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ralph Williams. I am the host of the Ralph's Opinion Show. With me, Ralph Williams. It's great to be here tonight. We're here every single Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. right here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter X, and the Kick Network. We're no longer on Twitch. I was unable to continue on Twitch. I don't know what happened there, but we're no longer on Twitch anymore. So I just want to let you know that as well. Some good news, if you heard earlier on the Ralph's Report, is that starting February 9th, 2 o'clock p.m., which is a Monday, the Ralph Williams Show on AM 620 WKHB. All right, so just to let you know, the Ralph Williams Show has continued to move on, and we have continued to move on there, and we're also going to be on KFCE radio on Monday through Friday mornings and afternoons. I'll have some of my RW Media Productions content on there in Terrell, Texas, 95.5 on the FM dial. I will get more information for you, but I will be on starting in about a week or two on in Terrell, Texas on KFCE radio AM as well. They're also on 95.5 FM. Just to let everyone know, I'll be on there. So you'll be able to watch a lot of my material and a lot of what's going on in the RW Media Productions, sports shows, wrestling, the Ralph Williams Show, Ralph's Opinion, the Saturday Sports Show, you name it, we got it. It'll be on that station, and a whole lot more all coming to KFCE. I told everybody, and nobody's believing me, but this is going to be 2026 will be the year for Ralph Williams and RW Media Productions, and it's turning into that happening. And I'm enjoying every minute of it. And I told everybody, and I want to thank 620 WKHB, Ashley and Bob Stevens, the owners, Broadcast Communications Incorporated. I want to thank them for letting me put my shows on starting Monday, February 9th, Monday, 2 o'clock p.m., the Ralph Williams Show, and then Friday, 3 o'clock p.m., another edition of the Sports Corner Radio Show will be on Friday. And then Saturday, we're on from 2 to 3 on 1250 AM, The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial as well. So, just to let everyone know. All right. Okay. All right, let's get started here. But first, we got to pay a few bills. Actually, this will be commercial free tonight. We are, from now on, all my podcasts will be commercial free because we're saving them all for the radio shows. So I just want to let everyone know that as well. All right. Let's get started here today. More ICE incidents. Tell me something here, folks, and this is something that I really want to know. Why in the world, what is going on here with ICE? Why do you hate ICE so bad? They are trying to do a job. And I pointed this out today on my show in Philadelphia, WWDB 860 AM. I'm on Wednesdays 3 to 4, the Ralph Williams Show. Okay? So tell me something. What is so enabled to the fact that you don't like ICE? Please explain that to me for one moment. What has ICE done to you that you have to protest, that you have your mayors, you have all these politicians, you've got all these pundits out there screaming bloody murder about ICE? Because you are a progressive who just hates to see law enforcement anywhere. Okay? You don't like law enforcement at all. So what do? you just go right on ahead and you decide that you're going to do it this way. And that is protest every time ICE is there. Make comments every time ICE is there. So let me explain what you're doing that's wrong. In one of these Wednesday nights here on Ralph's Opinion, I'm going to bring on my retired police friend, Tony Moreno. Tony is also my co-host on my Sunday edition of the Ralph Williams Show on 1250 AM The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial and theanswerpgh.com. Okay? Every Sunday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. The Ralph Williams Show. With me, Ralph Williams, and the return of Tony Moreno. And Tony was on with me last week on the Philadelphia show to explain to everybody about what's going on in what the rules are, what the federal government expects from everybody, and what's really going on. Okay? And I got a few comments about that, which I just got today because I said some things before. All right. Okay. Another seized tanker in Venezuela. President Trump going after Greenland. The good, the bad, and the ugly of President Trump tonight. Okay. All right. So there you go. How are you handling this winter storm wherever you live? Are you somebody who is involved in this winter storm? Or are you just somebody who is not, and you're living in hot places like Hawaii or Florida or wherever, or Texas? Okay. But everybody in this country, practically right now, millions of people are being surrounded by this snowstorm. So we'll get into that later. But ICE, aren't you tired of it? Are you tired of ICE, or do you want ICE around? If you want ICE around, that's good news. If you don't want ICE around, then shame on you. And the reason I say shame on you is because ICE is there to protect you. But you don't see it that way. They're coming invading our town. Yeah, they're coming invading your town because your town has illegal immigrants that don't belong. That just simply do not belong. All right? All right. We're here on this show will be uploaded on KFCE Radio in Terrell, Texas, 95.5 FM. Mornings and afternoons, I have some slots there. You'll be checking out all my programming on that station. All right. I told everybody, but nobody paid attention to me, did they? KFC, Terrell, Texas, 95.5 FM. This show is on. We are on in Texas. We are on all across the country on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, X, on the Kick Network as well. Your comments are welcome. Ralph Williams 737 at gmail.com. Do you or are you angry about ICE being in your community? Do you want ICE in your community? Ralph Williams 737 at gmail.com, our mailbag. Ralph's Opinion here. Wednesday night, we're here, 7:30 on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, X, and the Kick Network. And we're also, you will be able to listen to the show on KFCE Radio in Terrell, Texas, 95.5 FM. KFCE Radio. All right. So tell me something. Do you want ICE in your community? Do you like ICE? Why? Why don't you? Why don't you want it? Are you a protester? Are you somebody who's a progressive Democrat? I don't like progressives. I will tell you that right now. I don't like progressives. And there are reasons for why I don't like progressives. Progressives cause defunding of police. They don't like law enforcement. They have this thing about letting criminals run all over the place without jail. There's progressive judges, and a few of them up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, that enjoy letting people out with no bail. Oh, don't worry, you don't have to pay anything, you don't have to do anything. No, none at all. Just walk away. Just walk away. Okay? Just keep on going. Nobody cares. And that's what happens here. Okay? Nobody cares. All right. So, why don't you like ICE? You pull your car up in front of them, you throw snowballs at them, you throw whatever, you shoot at them, you get mad at them, you yell at them, you carry on, you do this and that. Why don't you like ICE? Why don't you want ICE in your community? You don't want the National Guard either. Because you know why? You don't like public safety. You know why? You got something to hide. You know why? Because you're a progressive Democrat. It's that simple. It's not hard to figure out. You just think it is. Okay? That's Ralph's opinion tonight. I want your emails. RalphWilliams737 @gmail.com. Tell me. Tell me. Why you don't like ICE in your community. Why you think I'm wrong by saying that I like ICE because I think ICE does a good job of getting rid of illegal immigrants. Okay? All right? Tell me why. You ever hear that song from the Backstreet Boys? Tell me why. Tell me why. That's Rolf's opinion tonight. I tell you, somebody who's closing some restaurants. You ready? Red Robin, yum. Yeah, Red Robin is closing some locations. Believe it or not. You're probably ready to fall over because Red Robin makes good burgers. They really do. And then all you can eat for steak fries. Oh my. Another restaurant casualty. Denny's is closing up restaurants and whatnot. Okay. Okay. Red Robin is permanently closing locations all across the country. All right. It's a shame. They make good food, good burgers. All you can eat steak fries. Okay. It's hard to compete anymore. There's a lot of reasons why restaurants aren't making money. And I'm going to give you a couple of examples right here because I'm experiencing it here where I live. And those of you who don't know, I live in Berlin, Maryland. Okay. And I got to tell you, there are a lot of places, especially down here, that are not, that have no consensus of how they make their food. They don't care. They'll make it right. Okay. They don't make it right at all. They don't put no heart, no soul into any of it. I interviewed on an old show I had called Ralph Williams One-on-One. I interviewed a gentleman named Brian Duffy, Chef Brian Duffy. And you want to know what's interesting about Chef Brian Duffy? He said he sold his restaurants. And you know why he sold his restaurants? He sold his restaurants because he got tired of the mess. He got tired of the crap. He got tired of employees not coming to work on time. He got tired of the employees not putting their heart into the food. Okay? And when you don't put heart into your food, then the food's not good. And there's reasons why. You could say employees making too much money. You can say, food costs are going up, lack of business, people are not eating out as much, which could be true. Okay. People just not eating out enough anymore. Nobody has the money. They're saving it for other things. And that's just it. Okay. All right. Here's the report on Red Robin. All right. Here we go. Ready? Here we go. Here's the report on Red Robin. Get this where I need it to be. There we go. Okay.
If Canada did not have the F-35, do you think that American planes would more often be in Canada?
Wrong report.
That changes if it did not have the F-35.
That's a wrong report there. I don't want that report. All right, never mind. I thought it was a report on Red Robin. All right, they're trying to slash $1 billion in debt. They're going to close 70 locations. So if you have a Red Robin that's nearby you, you might want to look at it. Okay. Red Robin, yum, going out of business. 80 locations closing up. And the interesting part about this whole thing is that another economic or another restaurant franchise chain that is basically just been simply taken out. Okay. And I'm talking about taken out. That's Ralph's opinion today on the Red Robin. Now, as you heard, let's talk about the United States and Canada, the United States and Iran, the United States and Greenland, the United States. We are getting ourselves involved in a lot of different things that are just crazy. Now, Iran, I understand, because Iran's a tyrant. That country has been messed up for a long time under the Khomeini regime. Okay. And now the son's running it, or the nephew, or whatever. And it's still a bad place to be. Iran has struggled financially because the world leaders across the countries have taken away their money, have taken away their opportunities, have taken away a lot of things. Okay. All right. So what has happened is that this is the actual thing that has gone on here. And now we're involved in Iran. We're involved in Greenland. We're involved with Ukraine and Russia, which you don't hear much about anymore. All right. Does President Trump want too much? Does he want it all? President Trump, I like him to death. I voted for him. And some of the things he's done, I know a lot of people are mad at me because I voted for him. Okay. Which is, can be the fact of the matter. I don't care. I have a lot of people mad at me, and who cares? All right. And he said, no, I like pickles. So he wanted pickles. Okay. But no, he didn't want pickles. He wanted relish. So you see, President Trump wants it all. He wants Canada. He wants Greenland. He wants everything. And he's not going to stop till he gets it all. Now, I understand Greenland is there's a U.S. base there. There's an Air Force or Navy base or whatever the heck it is, Marine base or whatever it is there. It's almost as bad as being up in Alaska. All right. So what does President Trump have against Canada? And I'll tell you what it is. It's about the fentanyl. He's upset because they're sending fentanyl into this country other than China. Okay. All right. I think China's the one that really started it. So with China sending that in and all that going on, there is where we are with Canada. And now it's about planes, it's about manufacturing this and that. So Trump, I guess, is going to ease back on stuff so that way we can have Canada to ourselves. He wants Greenland. He wants this state prison. He wants that place. He wants this place. No, you can't have it all sometimes. And there are people out there that will work real hard, which there's nothing wrong with to have their cake and eat it too. All right. Maybe I'm jealous because you know why? For many, many years, I've been trying to have my cake and eat it too. And sometimes it's really tough to do. And the interesting part about it is that's probably the true case. All right. There are a lot of people out here who can be the worst jerk in the world, but have it all. But when Ralph wants to get it, Ralph can't get it. Okay. And it's not that I'm a crybaby. It's just the truth. I've told you 1,000 times over, I only speak the truth here on Ralph's opinion. Okay. I only speak the truth. And that's it. All right. I have no means to mess around. I have no means to play games. I don't intend to do any of that stuff. But what I intend to do is to bring you the right information on this program that affects your life, that affects the way you live your life. Okay? In some perspective. All right, that's Ralph's opinion. Now I'm getting these emails here, and I had a feeling this was going to come up tonight. And that's the Mike McCarthy's thing. What's my opinion? Russia should go back on their ship and just get out of here and go. I'm not saying all Russians are bad. Please don't get me wrong there. But the majority of them are. And now we have all kinds of issues with them. It's amazing what has happened here. It really is. You're probably wondering where Bob's is at. Well, Bob retired down in Lawrenceville. Walked away from the job. All right. They're walking away from these restaurants in the United States going after Canada. Do they want their bomber planes? Do they want whatever? No, I don't know. Okay. So there we go. Apologize. I'm a little bit sleepy today. Just doing a couple things here. But from now on, we're going to be commercial free. KFC Radio 560 AM. All right. Oh, my.